This is 12 News at 1. I'm Troy Hayden. We're following a terrible story out of the West Valley. 2 children are dead after police say a domestic dispute between a husband and wife escalated overnight to a murder-suicide. Our Sean Rice is live near 49th Avenue and Bell Road, where the children and the mother were found dead early this morning. Sean, what are you seeing?
Yeah, Troy, good afternoon to you. Just an extremely emotional scene in this Glendale neighborhood this morning. One of those scenes that it's just hard to bring words that will adequately describe the heartache that's being felt in this neighborhood. But we did have a family member of Andrea and Nolan Davis. That's the couple, the family member identified to us, involved in this double murder-suicide and a shooting that happened here in Glendale early last night in the early morning hours. Felicia Queen is that family member's name. She told me here on scene this morning that Andrea Davis, the mom, killed her 2 children, a 10-year-old boy and her 18-month-old little girl, in just this awful double murder suicide that Phoenix and Glendale police are investigating. Of course, this is a scene that spanned multiple miles, a bar shooting that then led to this murder-suicide. But before I get into the details of the timeline here, I want to show you some photos that Felicia Queen shared with us of these 2 young children. Let's put that on the screen now. She asked that we not share the names of the 10-year-old boy and the 18-month-old little girl, but she said that the 10-year-old boy was energetic and full of life, and the little baby girl, of course, just 18 months old. She was just beginning her life, both taken far too soon, as Felicia said. Last night, Glendale police responded to Tailgater's Bar before midnight on Bell Road to reports of a shooting there. The husband, Nolan Davis, reported that his wife showed up and fired a gun at him and another woman at the bar before she fled the scene. Then officers responded to their family home here behind me, 51st Avenue and Bell Road. When they made entry into the home, they found Andrea and her 2 children both dead from gunshot wounds. Police say this is a double murder-suicide that happened when the mom returned home after firing shots at her husband earlier in the night. Phoenix police have assumed control of the murder-suicide investigation, while Glendale police are handling the ongoing scene at the bar. They are investigating a potential motive, but Phoenix police say they don't really have clear answers right now, other than calling this a domestic violence situation. And of course, the children here were really collateral victims. This morning, as their cousin, Felicia Queen, dropped off the balloons and stuffed animals, she spoke through tears about the tragedy that happened here. Take a listen.
They didn't deserve it. They still had a whole life ahead of them, and it's not fair. I can't even imagine what my cousin's going through right now, but please just pray for the Queens and the Davises, okay? I'm even going to say pray for Andrea, give her some kind of peace, even though right now I'm angry. I don't want to say that, but please pray that she finds some kind of healing up there and those babies are dancing on the sky, like dancing on the clouds.
And back at Tailgater's Bar, Glendale police say the father was not injured in the shooting, but we're hearing that a woman may have been hit in the back of the head by a bullet there. Her condition is unknown. We do expect to hear from Glendale police within the next hour to really learn how she is doing. One thing that Felicia Queen did tell us here on scene is that, according to her understanding, Nolan and Andrea were in the process of separating. She said, according to her knowledge, divorce papers were already in the works, so maybe something intermarital there was what ultimately led to this shooting. Phoenix police tell us, and they want to emphasize to everybody who may have been listening or maybe listening here, that there's so many domestic violence resources available. They encourage anybody struggling in a marriage or a relationship to seek out those domestic violence resources, ask for help before something like what happened behind me can occur. Ultimately, this is a situation that has just completely ripped apart this entire family. Troy, we'll send it back to you.
Yeah, and people look for answers in stories like this. I just don't think there are any. I don't think there's anything that a rational mind would say this is the reason that I took the lives of my own young children, 18 months old. Can you imagine? So, you make a great point. There are resources available if you think you're tipping over that edge. Thank you, Sean. Okay, so, there is, again, confidential free help available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You can call or text 988, or you can text chat 988lifeline.org. So there you go. And again, terrible story out of the Northwest Valley.